In this video, we're going to cover how to set up your equipment, your RFID equipment. So let's say you just received your Thinkific reader, or let's say you just received your Motorola FX7400. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm going to constantly be adding new readers, so I'll probably have some new videos. But for now, these are the two readers that work with the software. The next reader I'm adding is the Motorola FX9500. It's an 8-port reader, so you can have 8 antennas out on your finish line. But let's go ahead and look at how to set these up. And how to set up the 8-port reader will be identical to the FX7400. But the first thing you do is when you plug in the Motorola reader, you'll see, if you flip the reader over, on the bottom side of it you'll see a MAC address or MAC identification number, and the last 6 characters of that number are what you type in here. And so when you type that in, all you do is you just type it in, hit save, and you're ready to go. So it's fairly simple. While we're on the screen, this one thing I did mention in the video on things I do the day before a race. Make sure your printer is selected, so that way when you hit F11, I think is what it is, then it goes to the right printer and you're ready on race day. But the point of this video, though, is to show you how to set up the reader. You just type in those last 6 digits and you hit save. And so now we can actually pull up this race. Click on the assign tags, and you'll see that right away it connected to the Motorola reader. And I've only got 2 antennas attached. This is what it looks like whenever, if you let's say I had 4 antennas attached, but 2 of them show up gray. That'll give me a clue that the antenna cables something's wrong with those. Maybe they're not plugged in all the way, or something. They're just broken, or maybe the antenna itself is broken. But so this is what it looks like whenever the reader is hooked up. Let me see if I can find a tag. Let me hold a tag out in front of the antenna. So I can actually hold multiple tags if I can find some here. So you can just hold a good number of tags out there and it should start working. So that's how to set that up. The Thinkific reader is a little more complicated if you're running Windows 7. The Thinkific reader would have come with a CD that has this document on the CD. Now, if you're running Windows XP, pretty much you just plug the device in and it just works. So it's even easier than the Motorola reader. However, Windows 7, you have to follow the instructions that are on page 10 through 14 of this PDF file. Now, even though it's 4 pages, it's all just pretty much pictures and it's easy. But let me find where am I at. Okay, 10 through 14. So it starts with let's see here, right here. Should say, let's see, what page are we at here? 9, 10. Okay, sorry, maybe it's 11 through 14. Okay, so 11 through 14, it's mostly just pictures, and it's mostly like they'll give you a description and just say hit the word, hit next. And so it's really just clicking next a few times after you've done the first couple steps. But when it's all done, you should be able to connect to your Thinkific reader and it just should start working. I can't say that 100% of the time it goes perfectly smooth. Sometimes I have to get into Device Manager, which I'll show you here. I right-clicked on my computer and hit Manage, and there's Device Manager, and you've got these COM ports. If you see like a red X or some kind of symbol by this, sometimes I have to go in here and like update the drivers, or I have to sometimes uninstall and then try it again. But most of the time it goes perfectly smooth. And again, whenever it works, when it's set up, when you do assign tags, you should see that it's got that port selected that you've got it plugged into, and this little progress bar is all the way to the end. If you wanted to decrease the size or the energy coming out of the reader, you can. But I'm going to actually present a tag to the Thinkific reader, and that's what it looks like. So it works exactly the same as the Motorola reader. But so anyways, that's how to set up both of those pieces of equipment. If you have any questions, just let me know.